What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Deadpool and Wolverine, aka Deadpool 3. So the movie comes out 2 weeks tomorrow, being the 26th of July. Obviously, there are early screenings, most likely on the 25th, midnight screenings, etc. in most countries, except for the UK, because the UK never does that. So we know nobody is watching the full movie till the 22nd, so until then, careful for spoilers. Although most people that watch Marvel movies love spoilers, so if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to cover on a daily basis. Good, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, what are you most excited to see? Because Marvel are really blurring out and starting to CGI things out in a lot of the TV spots recently, to the point where it's so freaking obvious what they're blurring out. Also, if you could become a channel member for less than 99p, less than $1, it really helps the channel keep the lights on. Also, if you want to see the video face behind the voice, check us out on Instagram. Yeah, Warstu. And also, if you want to check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. All right, let's get into it. So, there has been no final trailer thus far. Yes, we've had multiple TV spots. We had a TV spot a few days ago now called Deadpool and Wolverine Purpose, where they literally are CGIing out the cowl. You can literally see the cowl on Wolverine because it's so bad, it's so blurry, even in the highest quality video format you can find. So why has there been no final trailer? Well, as far as I know, the reason why they have dropped or dropping 2 trailers this week, being the Agatha TV series and also Captain America 4, because they want to get it out in front of Deadpool and Wolverine, so there was more awareness for the Captain America 4 movie, so more people would care. And the same thing with Agatha. But what is really interesting is, as far as I understand, the actual final real trailer, not TV spot, the final real trailer is coming next week. Now, obviously, I don't know how real this is, how true it is, but it would make sense to put one more final trailer out. Because realistically, outside of the trailers they've released and marketing and toys, they've not really revealed that much of the movie. There is so much of this movie that the general population, the general audience will have no freaking clue for. So if you don't watch channels like this, you're going to be so surprised with the amount of stuff that's happened. The reactions to the first 37 minutes of the movie are insane. And to be honest, they do reveal a lot of stuff inside that first 37 minutes. There is a bunch of major spoilers. And what I find interesting is, and this is why it's neither a good or bad idea to let fans attend early screenings and stuff, because this is how stuff leaks. There's so many, I won't put on this channel, there is so many images leaking from the fan screening of the first 35 minutes. Although I don't think it actually ruins anything, I won't put the imagery in here, but yeah, there's a lot that you can see in the first 35 minutes. Now, it's recently been confirmed, although I don't know how credible he is. In the past, I've said he's credible, but I don't know. Cryptic HD has come out and said how long, apparently, the movie is going to be. So according to Cryptic HD, and to be fair, he is generally right, but I can't say he's always right. So it's going to be 2 hours and 7 minutes and 45 seconds with the credits, right? So that means if you want to watch the credits, we know there's going to be a post-credit scene, so you might as well stay. So apparently it's 1 hour and 59 minutes, under 2 hours without credits. It's very short, but also it's very good because that tells you there's going to be no fluff material. It's just going to be story, narrative driven throughout the whole movie. And you're not going to get the nonsense where there's a bunch of filler material for no reason. So, you know me, you know the channel, we cover everything. So there's a huge rumor going around that Kang has been recast by a really unknown actor called Keenan Clark. Now, this rumor actually goes one step further. Allegedly, he could appear towards the end of the movie, which I don't know if this is true. This has popped up on Reddit. I've seen a bunch of people talking about it on Twitter. I can't confirm or deny if he actually has been cast as the new Kang. We know Avengers 5 is starting to shoot next year, and it's actually still called the Kang's Dynasty. He's so unknown to the point where Marvel always did use unknown actors. So if that is the case, could they have filmed a cameo with him appearing in Deadpool and Wolverine? We don't know, but again, there'd be some websites and some Twitter scoopers trying to debunk it. But either and or, there will be a new Kang announcement, most likely at San Diego Comic-Con. It'd be a bit weird if there wasn't an update about the whole Kang situation at San Diego Comic-Con, seeing as he's still the main threat. If you've seen the end of Loki Season 2, the TVA are still monitoring the Kangs. There was that Ramatut Renslayer kind of tease, if you like. And some plot leaks have suggested that Kang appears in this movie. We don't know. There's a lot they are hiding. There really is a lot they're hiding. And they're being very clever with marketing. There's one sequence in the Purpose trailer where you see Deadpool and Wolverine. And this is a scene where you also know that he's got the cowl on because it's so blurry. When he gets pushed, when Deadpool and Wolverine get slung all the way back, some people think this is the Hulk. Some people think this is Cassandra Nova. It's probably most likely going to be Cassandra Nova. But there are some pretty fun edits around there. And depending on if I can use said footage, I'll put the footage in right now. But if I can't, you would have seen it anyway. So there's been so much hidden in the trailers and TV spots. There's one where you can literally see Human Torch in a cage. It is interesting how they're showing some cameos, but not showing others. Although the Human Torch's role isn't really a cameo-based role, I'm just very much looking forward to seeing, is the Wesley Snipes blade scene going to be real? Like, is he actually part of the Resistance? Is that actually real? Because that would be freaking wild if it is true. The whole Blake Lively being Lady Deadpool, at one point that potentially was going to be true, but from what we understand, the Lady Deadpool's not even going to be unmasked, so it's kind of irrelevant. So, as you know, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy are on a massive worldwide tour, which will end up at the world premiere. They've been asked questions about, are they going to return for future movies? And we all know that Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, as long as they want to, they will appear in other movies. They are both getting on. I know what you're going to say. Yes, they can keep doing these roles as long as they like. Yeah, sure they can, but they have to want to do it. So they were asked if they were going to be returning for upcoming Avengers movies. And Ryan Reynolds said, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. And Hugh Jackman said, clearly this is our first major interview on the press tour. I'm not sure how to answer. And as we know, we've had respected scoopers saying, yeah, Hugh Jackman and Deadpool are going to feature in other movies as well. But let's be honest, we've all heard the rumor they were going to appear in Secret Wars anyway. So just chuck them everywhere, because if they're not going to be like the main characters, if it's only like a 5-10 minute role, you could basically throw them into any kind of movie as long as it makes sense. That's the problem with some of this Marvel stuff. Recently, it's not actually made sense. Hugh Jackman's comments are very interesting about this role of Wolverine that he's actually playing. Because as you know, Logan is the greatest superhero movie ever, and Wolverine is my favorite character ever when it comes to live action. He's basically saying it's the greatest role he's played as Wolverine. As soon as Logan had the perfect ending, and he only agreed to do it if they didn't mess up the ending, and we've already explained multiple times that it's not the Logan from the Logan timeline that died, it's a different version of Logan from a different timeline, if you like. It's going to have to be a pretty damn good movie for him to say that, and if he doesn't follow through with what he said that it is the greatest, because if he thinks it's the greatest time he's played the Wolverine character, it's going to have to be freaking interesting. So Kevin Feige said the only condition he had of Wolverine returning was, well, it's kind of a lie, because he said it's not the messing up the ending of Logan, but also putting on the yellow suit, which we all knew that was coming. It was teased. So Ryan Reynolds was asked how much longer does he think he'll play Deadpool for. I don't know. I could see any version of it. I can't imagine a solo movie. Being part of an ensemble, I can imagine that. And that is also the last time. Will we get another standalone Deadpool movie? Hopefully, but I don't know. So the whole, is this movie Deadpool 3? Is this movie Deadpool Wolverine? I think it's interesting that Ryan Reynolds was asked about this, because I call it Deadpool 3, and you lot always butcher me in the comments saying it's not. Ryan Reynolds on why the film is called Deadpool and Wolverine, yet it is Deadpool 3, or is it Wolverine 10? Certainly. I mean, he's 34 years older, so you want it to take care of your elders. So they are kind of trolling what is said. And also, Ryan Reynolds has said Deadpool and Wolverine is his absolute best work yet. Now, respectfully to Ryan Reynolds, he's not really been in that many good movies outside. Actually, to be fair, Ryan Reynolds is a very good actor, but let's be honest, he's not been in that many good movies, so that's not really him saying much, him saying that, to be honest. So let's address the rumor, right? So in the last video, I spoke about the post-credit scene. But for some reason, a lot of you people were not listening. So what did I say? I explained how the movie ended, okay? Then I told you what was the context of the post-credit scene. No one has actually watched the full movie yet. So plot leaks, plot details are always scarce and, you know, very loose and very kind of not telling you exactly word for word. So careful spoilers. The movie ends with Deadpool trying to get back to the TVA so he can go from the TVA back to his universe, but his universe will explode, corrupt, incursion. He won't be able to save his universe. The whole movie is about Deadpool saving his universe, basically. He doesn't want to save or come to the sacred MCU timeline. He rejects Paradox's offer, if you like. They try to kill him. That's how he ends up in Void. I explained this in quite a lot of detail. I don't understand how sometimes you guys are like, yeah, you said nothing in the whole video. I was like, did you not listen? Thing is, with a Warstu video, you've got to watch the whole thing. So the post-credit scene is Deadpool will end up in the same universe that Monica Rambeau ended up in, the X-Men universe. And that is literally the context. I don't know exactly what happens. As soon as I'm told, I will tell you that. But seeing as the world premiere isn't till the 22nd, and as far as we understand, nobody's watching it till the 22nd, I don't think you're going to get any details until after the world premiere on the real, like, what exactly happens in the post-credit scene. The fact that Deadpool's going to end up in the X-Men universe, allegedly, and I can't say where this is coming from, because the person I was told can't get it 100% confirmed, and they don't want me to say. But as far as I am told, it is definitely going to be an X-Men based post-credit scene, and that is where Deadpool ends. After his universe, you know, explodes, erupts, incursion happens, whatever variants they go on, I'm actually calling it. But that is literally how the movie ends. And I said that in a recent video I did, and a lot of people didn't really understand that. So as far as I'm concerned, Deadpool and Wolverine will be taking over the MCU, because if this movie does great, they could just stick both of them into Avengers 5. Why not? Everyone else is going to be in it. And of course, they're going to be in Secret Wars. Yes, both the actors are getting on, but they would return. Hugh Jackman's return for this one. I know, yes, he's basically co-lead. Ryan Reynolds, co-lead, essentially. But they will both come back, and, you know Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman want, you know, the famous kind of, you know, rumor that Hugh Jackman really wants a scene with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. They're going to try and settle that stuff up, and, you know, yeah, let's just chuck a variant to Iron Man in there as well. So, you know, the MCU is going to get good in the next few years. We just got to get past Captain America 4, but if the reshoots and if the plot leak we've got is pretty accurate, I think Captain America 4 will be good, but they need to get back to telling multiversal stories. And, you know, we've got Spider-Man 4, which should be announced by Sony at San Diego Comic-Con in collaboration with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, hopefully. And hopefully they'll announce Doctor Strange 3 and Midnight Suns and a bunch of projects will actually get people excited for Marvel in the next few years. So I think Marvel is going to get great again. Will it outdo Avengers Endgame? In terms of numbers, I don't know, but in terms of quality, it definitely could. So, is there a new Kang? Hopefully there is, and it would be cool if there's a little cameo in this movie, but we don't know. But is Keenan Clark cast as Kang Conqueror? We don't know. And as far as we understand, apparently this is a very hard R movie. Apparently Deadpool and Wolverine is the hardest R you can think about. Kevin Feige came out recently and debunked the fact that, you know what, the white powder was not off the table. He just didn't think it was funny. So apparently, literally nothing was off the table. But as soon as we heard the pegging line in the first trailer, that was so obvious. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. And I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.